Hey everybody, Dimitri here. If you are a proud owner of one of the newer Sprinters, you may want to take a look underneath your van and make sure you actually have a spare, because as I've realized early on, when I looked underneath my van, there was no spare underneath. So that made me wonder what was up, and apparently some of them shipped without a spare. That was an optional thing for the newer 2019 plus Sprinters. So today we will be remedying this. So because I plan to use my van pretty much right away, I actually went ahead and bought a spare just to have and make sure that I have a spare wheel if I needed to change a flat on the road. And what I've been doing for the past couple of months that I've been actually using the van and I've been traveling all over the East Coast, I just kept it in the back. But it's a little bit of a pain in the butt because it's actually pretty big, so it takes up a decent amount of space, and it's one of those things that you will probably never really need to use, hopefully. So one obvious option, and this is what a lot of people actually do, is to put the spare in the back door. And a lot of people do this because they run bigger wheels and they simply just don't fit underneath the van. But for a number of reasons, I decided not to do that. One of the big ones was I don't want to put extra weight on the door. The doors are actually only rated for, I want to say like 50 pounds or something like that. It's not much at all. So it's just that wheel alone is really heavy. And so it's not really super good for the door, even though people haven't had any issues reportedly. But also I don't like having a lot of that weight swinging back and forth because you get a bad gust of wind and these doors like to slam shut, and that could actually be kind of dangerous to have all that weight if you have your hand or your foot or something in there. So I decided to just put it underneath the van where it's supposed to go. So the first part in this adventure was to actually buy the carrier that the spare wheel goes on underneath the van. And these are not super expensive if you buy them new for Mercedes, but the problem is that they're actually not available. Like I tried to order it off a couple sites, and they were just not available. So I was lucky I snagged one from eBay, and it came with all the pieces. So it had this carrier, it has a couple brackets where it mounts to the frame of the van, and it has these bolts that allow you to lower the back of the carrier to actually get the wheel off or out from inside of it. So when I bought that carrier, I went ahead and figured, okay, I'll just bolt it up real quick. And then I came out under here and I'm looking around, and I've realized after looking online that what they also did is on the vans that didn't come with the carrier, they did not include the brackets on the frame where that's supposed to attach to. So there's supposed to be two brackets welded right here that drop down a little bit, and I'll roll in a picture from my buddy's van which shows those. So what I'm doing is I'm just making my own little brackets so I can bolt it right up here. I'm not welding them on because I don't really feel like welding underneath the van. You have to get rid of all this undercoating, and it starts on fire and it just makes a huge mess. So my plan is to just drill a couple holes and just bolt right through this frame all the way to the other side. So it's going to be super solid. And then I'll also probably put a plus nut right here and bolt it up through here. And I'll show you the brackets right now so you'll kind of see what I mean. So this is one of the brackets that I made the other day. Nothing crazy, just some C-channel, and it's pretty beefy steel. And then this is the part that goes underneath. So I just need to drill a couple holes and bolt it up. Alright, so here's the final product pretty much finished up. So I've got a bolt going through, might be kind of hard to see here. Going all the way through, and I've got another one underneath. So yeah, pretty good shape. I'm just gonna finish this up and put the wheel in here, and should be good to go. Oh yeah, perfect. Hope you guys found this video useful. If you have any comments or questions, let me know in the comments.